Canterbury University students are outraged at accusations they're turning the suburb where they live and study into a slum. Ilam is one of the city's wealthiest suburbs and home to the University of Canterbury's campus. Its residents' association recently compared it to Dunedin's student precinct, but students are furious and rejecting the claim. Logan Church reports.
Ilam, a leafy suburb home to some of the city's more well-heeled residents. Its streets lined with trees, freshly mown lawns and well-kept gardens. But it's also home to students, who are furious at comments that the state of student housing is turning the suburb into a slum. The Ilam and Upper Riccarton Residents Association's chairperson, real estate auctioneer Phil McGoldrick, made those comments at a meeting last week. He's lived in the area for 17 years and says it's deteriorated in recent years.
If we are not careful as residents in this area and we see a continuation of the deterioration in the area around the university could well start looking like the area around the university in Dunedin. And I said that that's almost slum-like. And I think you've got your head in the sand if you don't accept that area around the university in Dunedin is hardly desirable from a Christchurch perspective, or from this area's perspective anyway. Come with me, we just walk around the corner.
As we walked down his street, Phil pointed out properties he didn't feel were up to scratch.
And this is the one in our street that has caused my wife almost a mental breakdown. There was a family living in this home. It's a sweet little brick bungalow. For the last X years, it's been owned by an absentee landlord. They say, oh, we don't think that there's a problem. And, oh, we've got 2 yellow bins, we've got some road cones, we've got all sorts of things lying out in this property. If I took you around the back, you'd be horrified.
Further down the road, I met University of Canterbury student Josiah Tuala-Malihi. He says the slum comparison is unfair.
The saddest part of this story coming out when it's come out is it's right in the middle of student exams. Go straight to the media, don't even bother to talk to some of the people who live here, and actually likening our community to that which the mess that can be seen in Dunedin. It's completely misguided.
One landlord I talked to says neighbours have complained about his property several times to the council, demanded his phone number and pestered his tenants. They're mainly concerned about how the street front looks and even complain about the types of plants people use. He says there is a palpable generational divide in the suburb. I asked Phil McGoldrick if there was a youth representative in the Residents Association.
No, but it's a very good point and we'd love to have them involved. We're just going through a changing of the guard at Canterbury University. There's a new student president there. I'd like to think that as our new chairman, I could work with him and the people that go to university.
The Student Association's president, James Addington, says there's been little contact between himself and the Residents Association. He says having more student representatives and community groups could help solve any issues between older residents and students.
We can always have representation amongst those boards, amongst the council. We can always have those students. The more you have, the better we can help with that relationships and the social cohesion.
Josiah agrees.
I'd love to have a conversation about, what it's like to live here. I feel we aren't valuable residents. We get kind of treated as second-class kind of island people because we don't get the culture or something.
With exams coming to an end, some students will soon move out, while others will move into the area. Phil McGoldrick just hopes his new neighbours will take better care of their properties. In Christchurch for Checkpoint, Logan Church.